Good afternoon, everybody. This is the Thursday, July 30th weekly weather briefing. So the quick overview, it looks like overall we're just going to have pretty normal summer weather pattern in place through the end of next week. We will have a couple of cold fronts move through, but they're not going to be particularly strong and basically just kind of keep the heat at bay. It won't be quite as hot and humid as it typically is this time of year. We do expect to see scattered, mainly afternoon thunderstorms possible each day. The good news is there's no severe weather expected. There could be a few stronger storms, and they could produce some wind gusts in the 30 to 40 mile per hour range, some frequent lightning strikes, and some brief heavy rainfall. But overall, we're not really expecting too many impacts from thunderstorms over the next week. And the other good news is that there's no tropical impacts expected through next week. Here's the tropical weather outlook. You can see that tropical storm Isaias is forecast to remain away from the area. It's currently over the Dominican Republic, and it looks like it's going to track through the Bahamas and then stay east of Florida and hopefully not impact the U.S. coast at all, but that's something we'll have to keep an eye on. But for us here, we're not really expecting any impacts at all through next week. There is a medium chance of development with a system that's just now moving off the coast of Africa over the next 5 days, but that's so far out that that's not a concern for us at this time. Here's the 3 to 7 day hazard outlook, and you can see that there's really no threats across Louisiana or Mississippi. That square where it says heavy rain for August 1st and 2nd, you can see the arrow is pointed towards Florida, and that's in relation to the tropical storm that may be moving just off the coast there. So overall, hazardous weather is not expected in our region over the coming week. And here's the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. So this is getting in actually towards the end of next week and into next weekend. And you can see that these series of fronts that we're expecting is actually going to help bring temperatures down a little bit. So there's a high probability that we'll see below normal temperatures as we get into the latter part of next week. So that's going to be a nice break from the heat and humidity that we typically see. And the other thing is with that more northerly wind that we're expecting, we're actually going to have a higher probability of below normal rainfall as well as we head into the latter part of next week and next weekend, which is good news after the very wet pattern that we've seen. In fact, this July at New Orleans International Airport is on track to be the wettest July on record, and that's without a tropical system. So that just goes to show how much rain we've seen, especially over the last week or so. So the quick summary again of our expected weather. Overall, like I said, a typical summer weather pattern is expected through the end of next week. Temperatures should be near to slightly below average. Heat index values should be in the 95 to 100 degree range each day, so no real major concerns there. There could be the risk of seeing some, scattered, mostly in the afternoon type thunderstorms, what we normally see this time of year each day. No severe weather is expected, but some of the storms could produce some gusty winds, some frequent lightning strikes, and some brief heavy downpours. And the best news is that we don't expect to see any tropical impacts through the end of next week. So that's the end of our briefing for this week. The next briefing will be on Sunday. All right, you guys have a good weekend.